Hey everyone, Zigondizer here, and today we're going to be covering a highly requested video from you guys, the viewers. It was all over my comment section what I use for my settings, my keybinds, mouse sensitivity, DPI, graphics settings, sound settings, everything. I'm not going to be going into too much details on why I use them. I'm just going to be showing what I use, and some of the keybinds and other settings I'm just going to tell you why I use them and how might they be beneficial to you guys. But in general, I'm not going to go into too much details. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and hit the notification bell not to miss any future video. Check all my socials down in the video description, and note that I stream almost every day here on YouTube and TikTok, and hope to see you there, guys. Without further ado, let's go into the details. I'm going to be using the firing range as well, just to show the examples of some of the settings I'm going to change and why I use them. Let's go. Settings. For the game, these are personal preference. Scope magnification adapts automatically. This is a very important setting in the game. Basically, I have it on, and then I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna go have it off. Come here. Check. Whenever I aim down sight, check the left and right corner. Check how zoomed the aiming is. However, if you take it off, it has lesser zoom, which basically is whenever you have this setting on, it keeps the same FOV of 120, which I use. You can choose whichever FOV you want. I use 120. It keeps the same FOV whenever you're aiming down sight or hip firing. Whenever you have it off, whenever you aim down sight, your FOV goes to the standard FOV of 90 or so. So definitely I recommend having it on. Hit effects color, I have it on red. Mark weird transparency, mark transparency 100 and 100. To mark location warfare on, and the others are operation related, which I'm not a very big fan of, and I don't play, and I'm not a professional. I don't know much about it, so that's why I'm not gonna be covering it. Keyboard and mouse sensitivity, I have 800 DPI. I want to know that I use a Logitech G Pro Superlight mouse, and I have it on 800 DPI. My mouse sensitivity is 1.59 in-game sense, and I haven't changed any of the multipliers. I have all the other multipliers as is standard. ADS sensitivity type, this is where things get a little bit confusing. I tried a little bit to use the others and to mix and match with the scope sensitivities, and just they felt that these are coefficients. It's very confusing, very professional for like if you want to be extremely change different scopes, how they feel, how fast they are. I don't recommend MDV only. Is basically what we always use in our FPS games, our regular FPS games. You have the same sensitivity whenever you're aiming down sight, or you just you can change here the ADS sensitivity multiplier, and no need to go by scope, by zoom in, by a little bit too confusing to me, to be honest. I went with MDV only, and this is what I recommend for all of you. However, if you want to just try different settings, go ahead, try them. I don't recommend them. I would go with definitely the MDV only. Sensitivity transition mode, go with the ADS transition. The others just feel weird. Go with ADS transition if you have these on different sensitivities. Independent offset optic control, switch optic. There's different settings. I went with the switch optic. These are the input controls. I only have invert on the aircraft. However, I'm not a good aircraft player. I barely use it. As for the ground vehicle sensitivity, aircraft sensitivity, gunner sensitivity, I haven't changed any of them. Just feel free if you want to pause it, but they're standard. I haven't changed any of them. Controls and combat. Now I'm going to be covering my top settings here. The others you can just pause it and see it. Prone or dive, jump or mantle. Prone or dive, I have it on the same button. Jump or mantle, I have it also on the same button. I don't want to use any more keybinds. I already have too much going on my keyboard, so that's why I use the same button for both. Prone or dive is basically if I'm running and press C, I dive. If I'm standing still and press C, I prone. Same for jump or mantle. If I'm behind the cover and I can mantle on it. If I press space, I mantle. If I'm running and press space, I jump. This is basically it. Left lean peek, right lean peek, I have them on hold, not on toggle. I like to have more control of my movement. That's why I have them on hold. And I have them for V and B. Some of you guys like to use them for left and right side button, mouse side buttons. However, I like to use the side buttons for the gadgets, as we're gonna see later on in the video. What else should I cover here? Aim, definitely I have it on hold. This is the gadget. I use the mouse side buttons for the gadgets. This is the first gadget, the class gadget warfare, the side button. Tactical device, which is basically one of the most important settings in the game, in my opinion. Many of you keep telling me, how do you mark most of my enemies? Whenever I'm shooting at them, I mark them. This is how I mark them. I keep on pressing Q on all of my, whenever I'm aiming down sight, just looking around, I see an enemy, I press Q, it is marked on the map for you and all your other teammates. So that's how I keep my enemies marked, with this Q button. Switch optic or zoom, this is also a very important keybind. That's why I have it on E, because I use it a lot whenever I want to tack stance or switch back to the scope. This is the button I use, the E button. This is basically it. Tactical gear X. Gadget 1, the other side button. F for the gadget 2, wielding gun, which is the welding gun, which is basically the repair gun. Hold breath, I have it on hold, not on toggle, because as I said, for the lean I like to have control on all of my actions, and this is the hold breath. As you know, you need to hold breath in order to have minimum recoil on your guns. I have it on shift and on hold. A screen interaction, basically on give up, I have it on hold. You can't put it on toggle. However, you might have a teammate that is close and you want to cancel the give up. However, if you have it on toggle, you cannot. That's why I have it on hold. Any other important, just if you want to see any of it, pause the video. Nothing important here, it's personal preference. Choose whichever you want. Vehicles as well, I'm not a good vehicle player, as I said. I haven't changed many of these settings. If you want to see them, just pause the video and see whichever you want to see. For the screen, show the operations minimap. This is also an important setting here, rotating perspective. It's basically the minimap. If you have it on, the minimap rotates with your character. If you have it off, the minimap doesn't rotate. If the map doesn't rotate, I just find it so weird to understand what the minimap is trying to tell you. So that's why I have it on, and I like the minimap to rotate with my character. That's why I have it on. As for the distances, just I take a screenshot or use them as is. Graphics settings, full screen definitely for the minimum input lag. Resolution, have whichever resolution you use. Frame rate, I have it on unlimited. Sharpness, you can play with the sharpness. I just have it on 50 and it works perfect for me. VSync off, FOV 120 for vehicle for the character, and 130 for the vehicle. Graphic settings, I basically mostly have them all on low, except for scene details and scene view distance. I have it on ultra just for better details, a little bit better details, and view distance on extreme. Because I have more than 300 FPS with these details, and basically it's pretty good frames per second, and my screen is only 180 Hertz, so it's more than my screen, which is perfect. But still, I like to maintain as much as possible frames, not to have this input lag or any stuttering in the game. So that's why I have them on low, and still the game looks perfect, to be honest, even on low settings. Here, as for the super resolution mode, if you're using an NVIDIA graphics card, I would definitely recommend having the NVIDIA DLSS on, as here, not the others. I'm going to show you an example. If you have it on off, press apply. Look at my settings. I almost have the same place. We're gonna be standing on the same place. I have around 200 frame rate, 220, 200 something. If I change it to NVIDIA DLSS, it goes up to 400. Like, it's literally times 2 more frames. So definitely I would recommend having it on NVIDIA DLSS. If you have an AMD, just do as I did. Stand in the same place in the firing range. Check whichever matches your PC specs. the best. And here I have it for balance. I don't want the best quality or the best performance. I have it on balance for the super resolution, DLSS frame generation on, and NVIDIA Reflex on low latency. As I said, you can just go into the firing range and try different settings and check whichever gives you the best quality and the best frames, which in my opinion are more important than quality, especially in the first person shooter games. Audio, I have the master volume definitely on 100. Headphones, not speakers. HRTF, this is debatable. I have it on off. In my opinion, I can hear the footsteps better with this setting off. Mute and minimize, I have it on. Music volume and voice volume, definitely have these both on 0. Voice volume is the thing, like the characters whenever they're saying hold the objective, or I don't know what they scream in the background. I definitely recommend you just to turn it off. As for the voice channel, personal preference. So this is basically it for today's video, guys. Hope you find this video helpful. I know I'm a little bit late to the settings party. There's a lot of videos out there, but you have requested it, and here you go. These are the settings I use in Delta Force Hawk Ops. If you like this video, please again smash this like button, subscribe for more Delta Force Hawk Ops videos, and hit the notification bell not to miss any future video. Check all my socials down in the video description, and note that I stream almost every day here on YouTube and TikTok, and hope to see you there. Zigondizer out. See you in the next one. Peace.